right behind me, I've got the 2026 Cadillac Escalade Sport Platinum. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Jason and I do reviews on vehicles here in Canada, so reviews just like this. If you love car reviews, be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the channel. And also thank you to Frost Cadillac here in Brampton for allowing me to review this beautiful Sport Platinum. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the different models that you can get with the Escalade here, the safety features that you do get with the Sport Platinum model, the engine, the exterior, the interior, the infotainment system, and of course the pricing. Now in terms of the different models, here are all of the models that are available, plus you can pick from 2 different drive types. And as for the safety features that you do get with the Sport Platinum model, here they are. You do get quite a few safety features that are packed in with this model. Now as for what powers the Sport Platinum here, or the Escalade, this does have the 6.2 liter V8 engine producing 420 horsepower and 460 pound-foot of torque. And as for the towing and the way that this is spec'd out, you can tow about 7,900 pounds. All right, well, let's jump right into this beautiful Sport Platinum. This is all blacked out, including the exterior color, but you will notice if you do get a different color, there's a ton of gloss black on this vehicle. So let's start off in the front at the bumper here. So really you don't get a bumper like how you would typically see on most vehicles where it's separated. It's all just one massive piece. Now you do have the front safety sensors and then kind of like this lower grille area with a sensor there. Now in terms of the gloss black material, so this grille piece under here and this little L-shaped trim is gloss black. And then you move into your grille. All of this is gloss black, which I love. So look at how nice the designing is and how many of these openings there are. Then you've got the nice looking Cadillac badge and a front facing camera. And then really, you just get into your lights. So the thin light up here is your turn signal, because you have your typical lights here. So you have that beautiful LED bar and then all of these bits and pieces inside. Even this trimming around right here is in gloss black. And compared to like the previous model, in terms of the lights, I think these look so much better and more aggressive actually. All right, let's come around to the side of the Escalade here. If you're not familiar with these are 3-row SUVs and these things are massive. Now let me show you up top, because up here you do get one of my favorite things, which is a dual pane panoramic sunroof. And even on the roof here, the roof rails are in gloss black, which I love. Even around the window trim, it's gloss black, especially down here where typically you see like the black rubber, but you have gloss black on this. You do have the body color door handles, and these even have lights within them. How fancy is that? And as for the side mirrors, the top half is body color, but then the bottom portion here is gloss black. You've got the turn signal built in and the side mirror camera. This has cameras all around, so I'm going to show you that on the touchscreen. On the fender, you've got this chrome caddy badge, and this also has power side step. So when I do open up the door, as you can see, those do pop out. And even on the side here, like I was mentioning about the gloss black, so this trim piece that stretches across is gloss black. So if you do get a different color other than black, obviously, you will notice that. And then really are these gorgeous wheels. You kind of have them in like this granite color. From far away, this looks like black chrome, but not really. And these are your 22-inch wheels. How nice do these look? So this is a massive SUV with massive wheels, which fit perfectly. And also, you'll notice this up here is your reflector. All right, coming around to the rear of the Sport Platinum, the nice looks definitely continue. Now over on your bumper here, obviously it's a body color bumper, more rear safety sensors. In the center here, this does pop off and reveal a hitch, which is hidden underneath there. And way underneath, you do have your spare tire. You've got the dual exhaust with this black chrome tip. And you'll notice even around your reflectors, like this piece right here is also in like that black chrome, similar to the exhaust tip here. And then really, you just move into your tailgate. So on here, you will have your Escalade badge, and then your Caddy badge, and then this 600 badge here. There's also 2 cameras back here. One is your rear view camera, and then a digital mirror camera. Also, as for the rear lights, these are LED, and look how massive this thing is. It goes from top to bottom. How cool do these look? And also, you'll notice way up here, you do kind of have like this built-in spoiler with the brake light, and your wiper is hidden away, so you do get a nice clean look back here. And not only that, but the glass portion does open up separately. So if I just double click on the key fob here, this unlocks and you can open it up like that. All right, let's go ahead and open up the tailgate and see the cargo room and everything. But first off, how you can open this from the key fob, there's also a button right under here which you can press, and this opens up the glass. But in order to open up the tailgate, this Cadillac badge you can just press in. So back here, since all of the seats are up, you can see you still have a very good amount of room for all your storage. And really, if you're going on family road trips, you've got these nice little protectors here in chrome that also says Escalade. And if I go ahead and lift up the carpet area, you even have a tiny bit more space underneath. Now back here, you've also got the massive subwoofer. This does have the AKG sound system. And on the other side, you do have an outlet over here, plus your seat controls for the second row and the third row. Now to keep in mind, the second row seats you can only fold down, but for the third row, you can fold them down and back up. All right, let's enter inside and check out the trim and everything. And one thing to know, when you do open these doors, these are very light doors. Like, you don't have to use any force or anything. They're very, very light doors. And even when you do close them, you will notice a huge difference compared to any other vehicle. All right, in terms of the interior, you've got the blacks going on and a bunch of different bits and pieces that do stand out. So down here, you have some space, a water bottle area, and then another massive AKG speaker here with the chrome trimming. Another speaker up here. I really like the grille aluminum that they used here. And then soft touch material here. So you have the white contrast stitching. Even up here, you have more chrome trimming and then this beautiful shiny wood trim. And even around your window controls and all of that, you do have more gloss black and then a very unique looking door handle. And all these bits and pieces you'll notice throughout the interior. All right, let's jump in. First off, I'm gonna go in the third row and kind of show you what you get back there in terms of like the seat quality and the legroom and the headroom. So in order to get back there, it's very, very easy. You do have two levers here. One is to move the seat forward and backwards. The other one is to fold this down. So if I just do it once, the seat is gonna come down like this. If I do it up one more time, it pops up just like that, or you can even use this little strap here. And then you have access to the rear third row. So look at how nice this looks. Even though this is an all black interior, look at all of the detailing in the center here with the perforated sections. You've even got the white piping and everything. I really like what they've done with this. So let me jump back here and show you the legroom and the headroom. All right, before I show you that, let me just show you this, the thigh support here, because some vehicles have this very, very low. This is at a decent spot. I mean, for long road trips, I don't know if I would want to be back here. I'd rather be in the second row, but for kids and everything, this is, I think, perfect. Now, let me put this seat down here and show you the legroom that you do get, and then I'll pop this up just like that. Now, in terms of the legroom, I have tons of legroom. Even though this seat can be moved further back, I'll still have a lot of room. And then since this is captain's chairs, I have like the space here that I can extend my legs and stretch them out if I do need to. But yeah, very good space in terms of legroom. And in terms of the headroom, no issues at all. I am wearing a hat. For reference, I am 5'11", and man, I have a ton of space back here. Now, other things back here that you'll find is another water bottle area, some storage space here, and then you kind of have like this soft padded area for your elbows, and then a USB port here, and then same thing on the other side, which I love because you're not going to be fighting with the people back here. Also, if you do want to get out of here, you can either just pull this or you can use the little button right here. So if I just press this down, this is going to put the seat down, and then I can just push it over by just using the little strap, and then there you are. All right, let's check out the second row here, because these are a little bit better, I think, but in terms of like the quality and the designing, there isn't much of a difference compared to the third row, which I love because a lot of the 3-row vehicles will have much better second row, but the third row isn't as high quality. Even here, you have the same nice center section with the beautiful designing and the perforated sections. Even here, you have this badging, the piping, very, very nicely done. And like I was mentioning, these are captain's chairs, so you do have your very own little armrest here. And here is how you move the seat forward and backwards from this. And also the seats back here, the second row seats do come heated, which is a bonus. So now I'm gonna jump in the second row, show you the legroom and the headroom, and also you get TVs back here. As I'm inside now, as you can see, the legroom is very good on this still. And even though this seat can be moved up or whatever, stay in the same spot, I still have good amount of room. And even if I move the second row seat back, the third row I think will still be fine. Now, in terms of the headroom, even up here, I have tons of headroom. As you can see, no issues at all, even in the second row and the third row. Now, like I was mentioning, this does have the entertainment TVs back here, so on both of the sides. Now on here, you can view pretty much like all your stuff. You have the web browser, HDMI 1 and 2, and then even vehicle status. You have the speed, fuel range, and trip information. You can also connect your headphones or the cabin speakers, and then you just have the settings. So your kids or even adults can be occupied back here. Now behind the driver and the passenger seat, you do have the hard material here, but you do have the storage pockets on both sides. Now over on the rear console area, you have all of your heating and cooling controls, including the heated seat controls right here for the second row. if you push this in, this opens up your little cup holders. And then down here, you have USB ports, HDMI ports, and an outlet. Even down here, you have the nice Escalade door sill piece. All right, let's come around to the front and see if anything is different compared to the rear. The only thing you'll notice pretty much is the space down here is much bigger, and everything else is pretty identical, other than of course your typical window controls, side mirror controls, and then your driver memory seat controls. Now as for the front seats, this is exactly like the third row, the second row. There are a few things that are different, but in terms of looks wise, it's identical. Not only does this come heated, ventilated, this also has a nice little massage feature. You've got the same little symbol here you saw on the second row seats, and the headrests have this perforated section and built-in speakers. How cool is that? You've got speakers everywhere in this, even a bunch of them in the roof, in here, everywhere. Oh, and by the way, this is what the panoramic roof looks like. Now coming to the side here are all of your seat adjustments, and this button right here activates that massage feature I was talking about. Down here, you've got this cool looking Escalade door sill piece. Underneath, nothing too crazy, just your foot pedals. Here is your hood latch release. And then moving up here, you have a few controls. Your electronic parking brake, trailer brake controller, cluster dimmers, and then all of these controls here. So you have your 2 high, 4 high, your different modes, and you can even lower and raise the suspension on this. How nice is that? And coming to the side, you've got this cool looking little Easter egg. And then on the dash here, I'll show you inside, but you have more speakers here next to the cluster with chrome trimming and the shiny wood trim. The steering wheel does come power adjustable. All right, when you're inside, you have this massive display, right? With the Escalade over there and this beautiful like background, if you can see right there. If I go ahead and start this up, all of the graphics, everything just looks very cool. You've even got the little Cadillac there. How nice is that? Now, as you enter inside, first off, you have this massive speaker area. Now, the whole thing is not a speaker, but yeah, it does look like a speaker. You've got a speaker in the pillar here and the other side as well. This also has my favorite thing, which is the heads-up display, as you can see. And one thing you'll notice on the pillar and the whole roof, it has suede. Okay, are you guys ready for this? Because once you get inside, you don't just have a little cluster area, right? You have this massive screen that stretches from side to side. This is a 55-inch diagonal HD curved front display. How insane is that? So you have your cluster, you've got your touchscreen, and then you have a screen for the passenger. This is insane. All right, now in terms of your cluster area, you can view all sorts of different information. So if I just click into this button here, it's gonna bring up this menu. So I can see gauges. I also have Google Maps, which is gonna bring up a full map view. How nice is that? Now, if I just press down, and then it's gonna bring up also the driver assistance. So that's what that screen's gonna look like. Pressing down again, you've also got night vision on this. Look at how nice that is. This is very helpful, I think. If I press it down one more time, you've also got the augmented reality camera. Look at that. Now moving back here on your steering wheel, you do have the soft touch material. This does come heated. You've also got this here and this little guy here for your hands-free driving. You've got the nice little Cadillac badge here, a bunch of gloss black with more chrome trimming. Now on the left side here, you have your lower gear, your cruise control settings. Here is the hands-free button right there, heated steering wheel, and then all of the rest of the cruise control settings, and then the follow distance. The other side has your cluster controls, volume, music, phone, Bluetooth, and then your seat controls. If you also look behind the steering wheel, you do have paddle shifters. And then further behind, you have your front and rear wiper controls, high beams, and indicators, while the other side has your gear shifter. Now moving over to the center armrest area, you've got soft touch material everywhere, more of the nice contrast stitching, the piping, even this nice looking Escalade badge. And if you go ahead and open this up, you do have the upgraded cooler in this. Look at how fancy that is. You've even got a light in here. You got USB ports here, but yeah, this is so nice. Now before I touch on all of this, I just want to show you on the side more of the shiny wood trim, and then you even have space down there, and you'll notice that on the passenger side. Now on here you have a lot of stuff going on. First off, you have space right here, hazards, auto hold, auto start stop, and from right here you can turn on off the climate control. You've also got more of the shiny wood trim, even this beautiful chrome bezeling with the fine detailing. Obviously your cup holders. Here's where the wireless phone charger is. And if you look way behind the screen here, you've got some space, including USB ports on both sides. And then really you have the volume control, this little rotary dial, and then a touch screen. So on this screen, you can actually do quite a few things. Let's just go and press down. So on here, you have all of this that you can go into, but here you can go into your seats. So you have the heated, the cooled, the heated steering wheel, and then this is for the temperature. But if I go under massage, here it is. Here are all the options, the intensity, and you can do the same thing for the passenger side. And then the position, I can also adjust the position for not only the driver, but the passenger. And then let's go down again. This comes up again, but down here, you have the climate control for the front and then for the rear. Here on this section, you have more of the climate controls, so you can adjust all your airflow and whatnot. And then the next section here, again, goes back into the seats. This here under controls, you just got more things. Here are the light controls, so you can control them from here. And then here is the camera. So that's what that pops up like. And then you have the front facing camera right now with a bird's eye view. So that's the standard for the front. I also have the overhead, which is going to be a top front, and then the side mirror cameras. There's also the rear one, which is the same stuff, but you also have the hitch camera right there. And then here is your trailer camera. So this brings up the side mirrors and then your settings for that. Also, once you're in this section here, if I go under park, you have all of your park assist, all of that safety stuff. But if I go under doors, I want to show you something cool. So not only can you lock and unlock, child lock, and even open the glove compartment, but if I go under settings and go under the settings here, and it's going to show up this. Now, for the power doors, I can do manual, slight opening, standard, or maximum opening. So you can adjust how much it does, or you can just manually do it. There's also the brake to close the door. So once you put your foot on the brake, it's going to automatically close the door. How cool is that? And then really, you get into your touchscreen here. How nice does this look? So not only do you have the first page, but then you have a second page as well. And this is very responsive and very good looking as well. So under vehicle status, it's gonna bring up a bunch of different things. So first off, it's gonna bring up your Cadillac vehicle or your Escalade, and then a bunch of plus signs. So whatever plus sign that you click, let's say I click this, it's gonna show me my oil life, and whatever other one that you click, it's gonna show you that particular information. There's also the maintenance here, so all your necessary maintenance information. Heading back, there's also the gauges, the necessary ones, and then the trip information. So getting out of here and going back to the home page, you've also got My Cadillac, Google Assistant, Play Store, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. I just shown you the cameras already, but you've also got the trailering section here. So you have add a new trailer, use a guest trailer, or accessories. And then heading back again, you've got the settings here. So very typical to any vehicle, you can adjust those. You've even got ambient lighting. This is an Escalade, obviously you're gonna have ambient lighting. So you have different like styles, accents, glows, brightness, all that good stuff. And then the next page, you have your auto park assist, Wi-Fi hotspot, recording. You can also record dash cam clips. Under audio, you're gonna have your AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, USB, and news. And then you have your maps. I was showing you on the cluster. This has Google Maps built in. And then you have your phone section, entertainment hub for the screens, and then the news section. Now moving up here, you have a rear view mirror, but if you were paying attention, this is also a digital rear view mirror. And then moving further up here, here is the button to activate your interior camera. You've also got the tailgate control here of how much you want to open it. Here you can lower your rear seats in the third row. Interior lights, your sunroof controls, sunshade controls, SOS, and OnStar. Here's a key fob on this Escalade. It's your typical Cadillac key. All right, let's come around to the passenger side and let me show you what you have on this side. Not only do you have the screen, which I'm going to show you, but more of that nice shiny wood trim. The glove compartment space, you can't really open from here like I shown you, it's from the screen. Now on this side, you also have some space and a USB port and an HDMI port. Now let me show you the screen here. So once you hop inside, it's very similar to the rear screens that you saw in the second row. Everything is identical. You have the web browser, HDMI, vehicle status, your headphones, and all of that good stuff. But I really like that you get your very own screen, even in the front here. Now, in order to open up this, I can just go straight to my touchscreen here and just click this little button here, and that's gonna unlock my glove compartment. And here is the window sticker for this Escalade Sport Platinum. The pricing that you see is in Canadian dollars. Well, that does it for the review on this 2026 Cadillac Escalade Sport Platinum. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of this?